So many people think that the pilgrimage to Lourdes is all about praying and walking and processing and being on our knees and all of those things. But one of the things that I think is very important to remember is that there's a very important social aspect, because when we come on pilgrimage, we come with a group of pilgrims, such as we are with over 200 pilgrims from the Killaloe diocese this year. But it's so important that we socialise and that we get to know each other a little better. And here we are very close to the sanctuary in the Little Flower Cafe in Lourdes. And I'm delighted to be joined by Sister Jo Cantwell. Sister Jo is a member of the Congregation of the Sisters of Mercy, and she's also the parish sister in Shannon in the Tradoree pastoral area. Now, Sister Jo, they tell us as professionals that one of the worst things we could do is ever allude to a lady's age. But I'm going to start off by asking you, when was the first time that you came to Lourdes as part of a pilgrimage?
I came to Lourdes in 1976. I came to Shannon in 75, and at that time they were Father Michael McNamara and Martin O'Brien had joined up with Mrs. Smythe, the Courtory in Murrah, and they were bringing the youth to Lourdes. So I joined in with them, and it wasn't an easy run. We had fundraise, which meant a 10-mile walk, so many miles cycle, flag raising, whatever. But the young people who wanted to go to Lourdes really did it and entered into that situation, and we always raised enough money to go.
Now, 1976, almost 50 years ago, and what was Lourdes like then? I mean, was it very different to what it's like now, almost 50 years later?
Yes and no. The sick came. They wouldn't have the same amenities that they have now around the place. It was nicer, and yet it's good now.
Yes.
It's very different.
Not the same facilities as you have now.
Not the same facilities, but a greater, I'm not saying a greater, but a very good interest in the sick and in those people who are there and their carers.
Now, Courtory Lemurra at the time would have very much, I suppose, focused on younger people and maybe perhaps people with special needs. And then you brought along this group of young people with you at the time, almost, as we said, 50 years ago, to act as carers and assisters for them. What was it like for those young people? You know, young people in the whole of their health, maybe with few worries and few concerns. What kind of effect did a pilgrimage to Lourdes have on them?
Oh, I think it had a very big effect on them. Actually, the first day I arrived here last week, when we came Monday, I met a girl who said to me, "You brought me to Lourdes here 40 years ago."
and she's back now
here
again.
now with her father.
So she's accompanying her father.
She's accompanying her father now. She still reminisces on what happened when we brought them to Lourdes, even though they had to work hard up with Mrs. Smythe, or washing up or wheeling, should say. Wheelchairs was a very difficult thing at that time. They were in a place up called Rue de Bourg, which was way up the street, up on the hill. You brought out the wheelchairs on a hot evening like this, and they were pushed down. But then, when the ceremonies were over, to push that wheelchair back up to Rue de Bourg again, perspiration rolling off them.
I came here with a young group many, many years ago, not as many as 50, but 1981. And I always said it was easier to push a wheelchair up a hill than to hold it back when you were going down.
Possibly, yeah. I never had to push it, but I do know it was hard work. And, it was hard work. Yeah.
I remember I would go home and I'd be taken to the bed, and my mother said, "You're after 5 days on holidays. What are you so tired for?"
Well, you know now, and I know.
And people forget, I suppose, that a huge amount of work. And we've a big youth group here with us now in Killaloe this year as well. They're a remarkably impressive group of young people, aren't they?
Well, they are. We've just come out from a holy hour that was organised and prayed for by the young people, and it was the first holy hour that I ever assisted at that I didn't fall asleep. No, it's true, and it was the most prayerful and reverent holy hour that I
and all originating from the young people themselves.
Oh, yes. It was something beautiful. Something was a credit to them.
So over the years then, after your experience with Courtory Lemurra, you began to travel with the Killaloe Diocese.
I did,
and
yeah.
of course, your good friend, and I think it's appropriate that we might remember him as we chat here this afternoon. Canon Brendan O'Donoghue had a great passion for Lourdes.
He loved it. He lived for it. So he came twice a year.
At least,
3 times.
if not
He
three.
came on the 11th of February for the
meetings.
the initial meetings, and then he came for the June and the October procession. And he loved it.
Yes, yes.
And he'd be talking about it before he came and after going back. Yeah, we miss him a lot.
We do,
miss him very
we do.
much in Shannon now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Glad that he's buried with us. His remains remain
And
with
he's
us
still
in
there,
Shannon.
and his heart was there. And,
It was.
And really, I mean, he was part of Shannon at a time when it was growing and changing and becoming
he had
a more
yeah.
established town.
And helped it to become the parish that it is today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's good that we remember Canon Brendan here in Lourdes, which of course was one of his favourite places. But just to speak now with you, I suppose, about the Killaloe Lourdes pilgrimage. What are the things you see as the wonderful joys and the little lifts that gives you as you've been here again this year?
The weather, number one.
Yeah. It's over 30 degrees
It's
today.
over 30,
right?
and we could do with
You
it
need
at
your
home.
orange juice.
I think there's a great freedom with the patients and the sick people here.
Yeah.
This time, it's always there.
I suppose that's the key thing to remember, is that pilgrimage, and especially a pilgrimage like the Killaloe Diocesan pilgrimage, we come together as a group and we effectively over the 5-6 days become a family, and we get to know each other so
Grow
much
to know
better.
each other, we do. And we were strangers coming out on the plane, we're just hello, hello, hello.
But now-
on the way home, we know each other. And remember me now, we send you a card at Christmas, or there'll be
Yes.
some other
Okay.
interaction apart from what happens here.
And then the
Yeah.
other thing is we're still connecting with the people at home. You're
As
here
we're
as
here.
the parish sister in the Traderee pastoral area for the parish of Shannon.
I used to be.
You have a lot of people that have asked you to pray for them, light
Yes,
candles,
I have.
and that's part of what
That's
you're
part
doing.
of it. Oh yeah, say a prayer for me. Will you light a candle for me? You know, and then people give mass cards. I give money for cards,
Yes.
or to light the candle for them, or just say a prayer for me.
And I think one of the things that people will be very glad of this year when they hear all the offerings that they have given for remembrance in the masses
Where-
are going to the Holy Family Parish in the city of Gaza, where for the children and for the people who are struggling and suffering in
yeah,
Gaza.
Yeah, I think that was a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Was that yours?
No, I can't claim credit for that now.
I thought
the
it was
higher
lovely.
ups like Father Tom Ryan, the director, and Mary Freeman, the pilgrimage secretary, they're the people that make all the key decisions.
Oh, and don't include you. Oh, God help
No.
us. Yeah.
I'm only brought along for the donkey work, Joe.
But the donkey work has to be done
That
too.
has to be done too. That has to be done.
Yeah.
Sister Jo Cantwell, thanks for taking the time to chat to us. And we're so delighted to have you here again in Lourdes on this, your 49th year. And please God, now next year when we're celebrating your golden jubilee of pilgrimaging to Rome, we'll catch up again.
We will.
Especially maybe if I'm alive.
We both of us.
With
Thank
the
you,
help
Brendan.
of God.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Brendan.
Jo. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
talking to
Thank
us.
you.